Make sure we're live.
Yes, says live now.
All right. Oh,
And
forgot to
now it
set
says
the go
you're.
live announcement.
It's interesting to me to see the delay. It's like it says that it's live. Okay, now it's starting. But it's
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where it's like the data inconsistency somewhere because it will say it's live, but then it'll also send you to the hosted channel.
Yeah, for sure. It seems more delayed on iPhone too.
I feel like my sounds good.
Yeah, our levels are pretty solid. Test 1, 2.
Like the sound is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Coolio. So I got a new terminal.
You got a new terminal.
Yeah. Hyper.is. Back from the
Hyper.
Mac days.
Cool, cool.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a big deal. Um, I still have the. Oh, actually, wait. This is the first time that we've streamed together since I've been on Elementary OS, right?
I, I think so. Yeah, because you've
Yeah.
had to. This is like your new build, right?
Yeah, this is the tower. And I installed Elementary OS, which is as close as I could get to Mac without
I was gonna
buying
say it
a
looks
Mac.
very Macy.
Yeah. I'm super excited about this. Like, it's Debian. Well, it's Ubuntu under the hood, so I can still get all the Ubuntu goodies. And yeah, I love it. Anyway, that's my nerd out. First nerd out, first nerd out, and also for first tangent of the day, I guess.
I don't know. I don't think that counts as a tangent. I feel like that's setup. I
Fair
think this is
enough.
cool because we were always talking about setups and stuff. Okay, so I feel like you haven't nerded out about this enough yet. Okay,
Okay.
so what did you do to like like what changed? Because before we were having problems with the stream because the system couldn't take my video
Mm-hmm.
inputs after like we started out with the one system, it crashed
Yeah.
hard, then we replaced it with the one that temporarily couldn't handle it. What is the current state of the world? What does that look like?
Can I start from the crash incident?
Sure, sure.
Okay. So there's two pieces of hardware. There's the tower, the build, the one that I built, and then there's the Mac Mini. So the crash was Windows Insider's dev channel on the tower. And the tower is more than capable of doing video encoding and everything else. So that was Windows Insiders dev on the tower. The crash was because it's a dev build of Windows. It's a weekly build of Windows. Um, they don't even have blue screens of death. They have green screens of death. So that happened, and then oh shit! Like, what am I gonna do? I probably am not gonna run Windows anymore on the tower. So we temporarily switched over to Mac, the Mac Mini, and the Mac Mini cannot do hardware encoding. So OBS can't do hardware encoding. So we got horrible performance, tons of dropped frames. I think there was an even worse delay than the normal delay on Twitch. What up, Minix
Yeah, it was
Graphics?
ridiculous. I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, okay, sound check. Wow, it's like 10-second delay or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. Um, Minix Graphics, we're just talking about the hardware setup that we're using to stream, and then we're gonna do some Go. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, we were on the Mac Mini. Yeah, like you said, it was bad. It was real bad, just in terms of all things streaming, basically. And then that was bad enough that I switched over back to the tower. Didn't want to run Windows. Um, I felt like I had given Windows like a 6 month trial. Uh, every day, all day, dev machine, streaming machine, everything machine. Um, Windows is fine. It's just for me, it's not my particular style, to be honest with you. I like a cleaner style. I like apps that do one thing and one thing well. I also, frankly, I just know Ubuntu and Debian systems a lot better. And in 6 months, there's no way I could have learned everything Windows internals wise and at the same time be productive. So, yeah, I have
So
my
you're
Surface.
literally doing Linux on the desktop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the year. It's the year of it's the year of Linux on the
This is
desktop.
awesome.
Yeah. So
You
being a
heard it
Microsoft
here
employee.
first.
Oh yeah.
Linux on the desktop.
Yes, that's right. But I will say, being a Microsoft employee, I do have a Surface Book and I have a Surface Go. The Surface Book is charging somewhere up on the top shelf. So I still do use Windows uh, a decent amount. So I'm not a horrible Microsoft employee. But this is the driver. I even do Teams calls on this.
This is
So
amazing.
that's a beautiful OS. And everything. I'm still learning the elementary OS skin that they put on top. But the whole OS is built on Ubuntu, and then all of their cool stuff is open source too. So like this little bar up here is called I never remember names. This bar is like a process that's running, and then each of these little thingies is a process also that talks through the bus to the bar process. So it's really cool to customize this as opposed to like Debian because I can see every single thing that I do customization wise. Oh, Hackintosh the surfaces, nice. Mm, I've gone down the Hackintosh route. It didn't go well for me. Um, Ain't me, what's up? Good to see you. This is the Hyper shell. The elementary built-in shell is just called Terminal, and I believe it's based on GNOME shell. GNOME. I've always heard people say it's pronounced GNOME, so I guess I
GNOME.
should say GNOME.
No, it's
Uh,
GNOME.
No, no. I literally when I worked at Microsoft before in '08, and there was Linux hardcore people there too. They were a little bit more on the DL at the time, but those people said GNOME is what you put on your lawn. GNOME is a window manager. I was like, yeah, okay. Let's get back to work, everybody. Oh man, yeah. So we're back. We're back on the tower. We've got a hardware encoder. We've got a good video card. We've got a good system. I did order a new PSU for the tower that came and immediately shorted out. So now I have to go through the warranty process of that, but that's in the background. That's not going to affect the stream. But yeah, I'm investing in the tower again, which I'm excited about. It's literally my
Awesome.
only hobby besides Netflix. So yeah, I could talk on and on about the tower, but should we do some Go?
Yeah, let's do some Go.
Okay. See where we left off.
Have you gotten any additional feedback? Is there a centralized way to see
That's a
feedback or
great
like
question.
notifications?
Profile? Probably not. Oh, I see zeros under here, but that's not true.
That means nobody thinks you're special.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Sorry.
Wouldn't be the first time. Um, So these are the solutions. I guess I have to click through each of these and see what people said. Oh, so there's mentor feedback and there's the feedback on the people who see my public solution too. Ooh. I really need to learn how to use this tool. This whole thing. Oh,
I wonder. Huh.
okay. So this
Congrats. See you.
Nawa. Oh, this is the wait. Where's the
This is the
whole?
twofer.
Yeah, but
Look at
I
the scale one.
remember I posted something here though. I said like, "Hey, thank you." I mean, I said it. I said this nicely,
Oh
but
yeah, you're
remember we
right.
were
There
like,
was a more detail here, and now it's gone.
"Yeah." Well, which one did you say?
The scale one. What was that one?
12 days. This.
Scale generator. Yeah.
These are in one hell of an order. Nothing.
Huh.
Okay. Well, no one thinks I'm special for sure. Oh, 12 days.
I think you
Hold on.
should become a maintainer.
Oh,
I don't know how that
Oh.
happens, but you
I
can
don't know,
provide feedback to people's solutions.
oh, so I'll make other people feel special. Okay, I can do that.
People need to feel special.
What about me?
You already know you're special. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
it's true.
70 mentors. Like providing empathetic feedback on learners.
Well, I'll be the 71st and most special. Lucky number 71. That's me.
It doesn't actually tell you how to become a mentor. Maybe you have to finish the track and then apply
Okay.
for it or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, look. Wait. I did not start this. I did not start. I did not start this. But it says that
Raindrops.
I have a half moon. So I did, I guess.
I think you downloaded it. Oh, did we not
Oh,
submit Space Age?
we did.
Why doesn't that get a check? Oh, you didn't complete it.
Oh, complete it. Okay, complete. Well done. Thank you.
Interesting. So I didn't realize. I thought the half moon was something about how easy it was. I guess it's like if you start versus. No,
I still have a half
try
moon.
reloading.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. So these aren't done, but we did them. Oh, maybe we didn't submit them or something.
Bob.
Yeah. Bob and
Oh
acronym.
no, did you I couldn't stream last week because of the noise. Or was that just Wednesday? We streamed last week on Monday?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
let's
don't
do a
think.
harder one today, though. We can
Yeah,
do,
let's
like,
do a
these
hard
ones
one.
are. Is this hard? No. Help generate some jargon by writing a program that converts a long name like portable network graphics to its acronym. That's pretty easy. Let's do a medium one. Like, we did
Yeah,
12
that
days.
12 days was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh,
Secret. This one
what's
is.
Paz.io?
I was just saying the,
I
yeah.
was like, huh.
Create a wrapper for network connections that can report I/O statistics. The wrapper, this is going to be cool. Okay, the wrapper must report the total number of bytes read and written and the total number of read-write operations. Ooh. Ooh, this is going to be cool. You up for it?
Okay. Yeah. But let's go through this very carefully first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna actually pull up the description so I can read it
Sounds good.
too. Okay. So you're writing a pass and they provide a little link. So let's see. you're writing a platform as a service or an
Ooh.
application platform as a service. What is a platform as a service?
A platform as a service. Well, let's go to the Wikipedia page. You're probably looking at this page right now, aren't you?
I am. And I feel like that first sentence does not tell you
Yeah.
exactly. Like it's very
Well,
confusing.
this part is decent. Platform allowing customers to
Yeah.
develop, run, and manage apps without the complexity. So you know about the complexity of building and maintaining an infrastructure typically associated with developing and launching an app. What
Yeah.
is the complexity? Tell us.
So usually it's about all of the keeping the hardware up, allocating the hardware that you need, capacity planning that hardware, um, dealing with vendor management, checking to make sure it's up and running, that it's patched, that it's up to date. Um, so I think that's what they're meaning here. So they're meaning the complexity of building and maintaining that physical hardware,
Mm.
because are they? So this is why I'm like, wait a minute. Is this going to cover like I think about infrastructure and layers. So you got the physical layer, you've got your operating system, then like potential applications on top of that,
Mm.
and what layer are we talking about?
Well, I know my favorite platform as a service, and don't tell our employer, is Google App Engine. I've used App Service too, and it's also solid if you're doing C Sharp or Node or Python, I think. So both of those deal with higher layers also. So they deal
Mm.
with deployment, like way up there. Like how do you deploy? How do you build your code even for production, and then deploying it, dealing with all the deployment routing stuff, TLS, blue green deployments, custom domain, like all that good stuff. So it's they've got like what they've got the hardware layer, then the infrastructure, like vendor management layer, the infrastructure management layer, coordination and orchestration stuff, plumbing
So it'll scale
for
out as you need
exactly.
it. Like
Yeah.
if you need additional hardware. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what do they mean exactly? But it's cool. They want you to just focus on how to build people for network and file system usage.
Yeah, cuz we got to get paid. So we're building a platform as a service that can only log IO, or can only read and write disk or send logs. You can't host an app. You can just log stuff or write to disk.
Well, it's not saying that. It's just saying like we're gonna bill you on that stuff. So they're not
Yeah.
gonna. It's a very interesting mechanism. It's like okay, whatever your network traffic is, but what does that mean? Is it incoming? So like ingress and egress, or is it
Think
okay?
so,
Let's read
because
the rest of it, and
read
then
and written.
like, is it like are we taking care of their backups for them, and do they pay for that, or is it like
So the
just
way I'm
what they
reading
use?
this, the way I'm reading this is we're writing a component of like we're on a team, 100 people, 100 engineers, and there's people who are going to deal with figuring out how to attach file storage and other people to deal with network routing and so on and so forth because there's so many components, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so
I'm
then
just
there's
thinking from the billing perspective. Like
yeah,
I would totally ask these questions. If somebody
yeah,
gave this to me in an interview, I'd be like, okay, are we talking about ingress and egress? Because I want to know like whenever you send a message, right? You have to. It's not like just I'm sending a message. It's like the whole TCP/IP protocol, the SYNAC,
mm-hmm,
right? And
mm-hmm,
if there's dropped packets, but it's not dropped on my side, so I'm providing the service to my customers, like double billing because
yeah,
um, yeah.
So I
I don't
think
know.
I think
This is very
so.
interesting.
I'd be so if I was designing an interview question, if I was on the other side of the interview, what I would say, and I think if I was a PM of this product too, I would say, we want you to feed in the raw data of bytes read written and the total number of read write operations, and probably a marker to correlate which read write operation corresponds to which block of bytes read written. But we're probably going to not do that for this exercise. And then you need to feed that into a data warehouse. And from the data warehouse, we will do the correlation and then figure out where packets dropped. Is this a retry? And then are we going to bill for retries and so on and so forth? Like there's a lot of considerations there. But the reason I would do that is to say, okay, we're going to scope this this network interview. We're going to scope this coding interview to just determining the raw data, and then maybe do a follow-up question on how do you do the correlations and billing and all that. That's
Cool,
that's how
cool.
I interpreted this also. So, yeah. I
Awesome.
think this is going to be fun. AF.
I think so too. This is totally in the fun times place.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you haha. Do not do that.
Do not do what?
Do not do this.
Right
I have to fix the settings. I literally just downloaded this terminal, which I love to do things like that right
before
before.
streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love how you update Docker right before.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Docker is not going to be finicky as it was on WSL because Docker has an official install from Docker supported for Ubuntu, literally in the Snap Store. Okay. PAS.io test multi-threaded. Ooh. Okay. So,
What?
all right. I'm going to explain what's going on with this
Wait,
real
wait, wait,
quick.
wait. What? Wait. Wait. Is this the right? Is there anything in here? I'm confused. At least
Yeah, I
something
don't know what this
CPU
is.
cores are required.
I
Is
don't know
that just
what.
to?
Oh, look. So this is a hack that they're doing. Um, but they don't really need to do this anymore for modern versions of Go. They're saying they're gonna run this test. That like Go will run this test. They just want to fail the test suite if there are not enough cores to thoroughly test this code base. Because they need, I'm guessing they want to have a lot of cores so that they can test did you write concurrency safe code. It's kind of a hack to say, okay, we're still gonna run all the other tests, but at least we're gonna have the test suite fail if you don't have a lot of cores. Looks like they need to have 2 or more cores. So yeah. But it looks like the real tests are down here.
Cool.
New write counter, new read write counter. New read counter. So we need to do a new write counter, new read counter, and new read write counter. And these things are taking in. New write counter takes in a NOP writer. Read route counter takes in a NOP read writer, and then, surprise, surprise, read counter takes in a NOP reader. So where are those? Okay. Cool. So let's write the signatures for these fancy things. I don't know what that's going to be yet. We'll get to that. New read write counter. And did we do new read counter yet? No. There we go. Okay, so now bonk, bonk. So now what are the W, RW, and R?
Read,
So,
write, network,
yeah.
read.
The R is going to be a NOP reader, and a NOP reader has the same signature as an IO.reader. So we're going to say this is an IO.reader. And then I'm going to guess that read write counter is going to take an IO dot NOP read writer is going to be a reader and a writer. So that's probably going to correspond to an IO dot read writer. And I'm just going to take a wild guess. This is going to be an IO dot writer. Okay.
I'm looking at the IO package.
Oh yeah, I'll pop that open too. This powerful but basic structs and interfaces. Oh, here we go. Read has a read function on it, and writer has a write function, and then read writer has both. And then this thing has a write counter. New read write counter needs to return a write counter so that we can pass, so that because needs to return a write counter because test write count consistency takes a write counter. So read write counter needs to return a write counter. I'm gonna just guess read counter and write counter. Oh wait.
Wait. One thing. I'm confused.
All right, new read write counter returns a write counter. And new, I'm sorry. Test write count consistency returns a write counter, or requires a write counter. And test read count consistency requires a read counter. So read write counter needs to return a read counter.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. Okay. So let's start
So we're
with
looking
read
at the
write.
test, and we're looking at the test name is test read count consistency read writer. So this is the read.
So this is read write counter. So it's getting a NOP read writer that we're passing in, and that is an implementation of IO.read writer. It's in the standard library.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks for the follow, really, Frank. Good to see you here and welcome. So yeah, read writer is going to be an implementation of IO.read writer. And we can go see it's the composition of NOP reader and NOP writer, which itself, NOP reader, it doesn't say it, but NOP reader is an implementation of IO.reader because it's got the same function interface defined on it. I should make that clearer. It implements the same exact function as IO.reader.
So what is when So going a step back, right? NOP reader. What is a NOP reader?
I really, it's looking really simple. It sleeps for 1 nanosecond and then might return an error if whoever created it set an error on it. But otherwise, just it simulates reading every single thing that you ask it to read.
Okay, but why is it not reader?
Not probably, not probably. They're using not because it's a no op.
Okay, that is what I was asking because
Oh, okay.
I assumed that, but I also this is I'm learning Go,
Yeah.
so I don't want to make assumptions.
No, yeah, yeah. NOP. These all. The reason I said that, obviously, like NOP is an acronym. NOP is an acronym, um, even though it's lowercase. So this literally does almost nothing. So I'm assuming by NOP they mean the acronym no op. And then same like right looks like the same thing. Oh, excuse me. Right looks like also a no op, and then this thing. Oh, this is a test.
Can you show the right again?
Yeah.
The no op writer. So we're sleeping, and then what are we actually? Are we actually writing anything to anything?
No. Same thing
So
with
it's
read.
not a writer, really. It
Not
just
really.
yeah. Okay.
It's just like simulating the interface, and this is according to the standard library docs, this and these two returns right there and right there, they're both indicating to the caller that in the right case, everything you gave us here has been successfully written. And in the read case right here, everything right there has been successfully read from somewhere. So it's like if you pass in right there, if you pass in 20 bytes, an empty slice that can fit 20 bytes, this is down here saying, yeah, we read from somewhere, wherever, we read from there into all 20 bytes successfully. No more and no less. So I really don't know why they're doing NOPs, but that's okay. I think they figure it out. And we've got a write counter, and we're passing in the return value of write counter into test write count consistency, which requires a write counter. I'm assuming that's an interface. Write counter. Yeah. And now test write count consistency takes in a write counter. And I'm assuming, just based on the name alone, that new read write counter should return a read write counter, not just a write counter. So I'm going to change that. Oh boy. No.
Don't change the test. That's a good way to get a passing test or a failing test every time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, basically now these are not squiggly lines, so we got the return values correct. So now we can start building stuff. Yay. Let's start with read, because I feel like read might be a little easier to deal with.
Okay, before we do that, we got to do something else. Okay, I need you to stretch, because you need to wake up. You gotta wake up, dude.
I'm awake.
You've been yawning. Come on, let's do it. Get some
I'm
energy.
awake.
Stretch. Okay, now do a little wiggle. Look at you. You got some yawns to get out. You're making me want to yawn.
The bot will tell me and you every, I think it's 2 hours, every 2 hours to get up and stretch, for
Oh
what that's
well,
worth.
I gotta say, like, you need
Oh.
some energy this morning. I'm like, oh, I'm drinking coffee over here. You got your water. It's all good, but I feel like we might need to reverse it.
I didn't eat breakfast or coffee or drink coffee. So that's
Yeah, I haven't had breakfast this morning either because I can't do breakfast first thing. So I
yeah.
feel you. Um, getting old.
Getting old, yeah. Yeah, I saw there was some stand up, I don't remember who it was. It was a guy. Um he was talking about getting old and he just said, like I used to heal really fast and then recently turned 40, twisted my ankle, went to the doctor and he said, "You sprained your ankle." And he said, "Oh yeah, like how long until I'm back?" And the doctor just said, "No, this is just how you are now." There's no, and that's hitting home after this dental surgery because there's still a void where the tooth used to be, and the dental surgeon is like, it'll grow back. The bone will come back eventually, but you're pretty old, so it's gonna take a while. I'm like, come on, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
can't do much. All right, one more yawn.
Yeah. Uh, I just want to take these, like, I want to take that little snippet of you.
You can do snips on Twitch. Do a snip. Go for it.
Yeah, it needs to be like a little GIF and sound bite.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I have Rockerboo and Xanus both gave me keyboard
Oh.
memes. I need to put this up. So we've
That's
got that one. I
awesome.
think there's another one around. Yeah, here we go. These are going
Those are
into the bot.
awesome. Those
Yeah.
are awesome.
The bot will have these as soon ASAP. Oh, have you seen this one too? Another streamer came up with the tagline.
Oh,
Yeah.
any PR is a good PR.
Hmm.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm,
So we
mm.
got to get these all into the bot.
I want one that says any issue is a good issue because I think a lot of people do not understand how to construct good first issues. I have
Yeah.
feels. I have serious feels. Sorry.
Well, this one's around like the crappy pull requests that people submit for Hacktoberfest.
I know, but these feels are about Hacktoberfest as well,
Oh, okay.
because part of the problem why people I think have so many challenges getting started doing a PR and like where do I do something is like a
Oh
lot of the
yeah.
good issue like good first issues or Hacktoberfest labels, they're like not good first issues. They're not clearly
Hmm.
defined. And so some of the things I've spent the last two Hacktoberfests instead of doing pull requests is going and going and following the path of like, sorry, this is like my little rant,
Go
going down the
for it.
path of like, okay, how do you find a project? Hacktoberfest says here's the good way to find good projects, not going my method, but their method. And then I'll
Yeah.
go to these different ones that are marked as like available issues and I'll just start tagging things, like I'll start updating things. This does not have clearly defined things. What
Hmm.
are you trying to achieve with this? This does not have a license on it. You need to
Hmm.
update this. That is awesome. A PR that
Oh,
removes the
Meerkat.
license file. That is hilarious.
I love it, Meerkat. Yeah. That's some real quality contribution right there. Super good quality right there.
Oh,
My gosh.
yeah. There's this is the thing. I feel like it's this push and pull of like qualifying stuff and like real projects that are getting stuff done, that have, like, I don't mean real projects, I mean like large projects. They may not care so much about getting people involved, but I mean they do, but they're not thinking about Hacktoberfest,
Nah.
except in these terms.
Yeah.
uh, but there's so many people who want to get involved in open source, and it's like, if you have someone telling them all you have to do is say this is an awesome project and do a pull request,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Free
what you're gonna end
t-shirt.
up.
Not good. Yeah, I mean, removing the license file, come on. Like, someone knows what the hell they're doing there. They just want the t-shirt. Like, we gotta be honest there with
Well,
what's
I
going on.
don't even know, why would you even do that?
To get a free t-shirt?
Like, well, no, like, I mean, why would you choose that particular file? Are you
Maybe you do have nefarious goals. Like you want to steal the source and start a startup around the project. Meerkat, do you know why they did that? Probably should ask the source.
you'd be like, awesome pull request.
Yeah.
You got duplicate licenses in here.
Oh, they didn't answer. Yeah. Sounds either nefarious or annoying. Who knows? I'm not going to judge that
Nefarious
harshly.
and annoying.
Uh-huh. Watch, it's going to be like Meerkat friend or colleague. What an idiot! Oh, sorry.
I meant to delete this other file.
Yeah. Let's do some bites. I'm excited about this
Yes.
thing. So, okay. We need to implement read counter. It's going to be an IO reader. Oh, this is a big old thing. Oops. Interface describing objects that can be read from and that can count the number of times they have been read from if multiple I really can't talk, at least not fast. Ever. But I do. I try. If multiple Go routines concurrently called read, implementations are not required to provide guarantees about interleaving of the read calls. However, implementations must guarantee that calls to read count always return correct results even in the presence of concurrent read calls. Okay. Read count needs to return the total number of bytes successfully read along with the total number of calls to read. So I'm assuming this is number of bytes. The first argument return, and the second one is the number of reads itself. I know how we should implement this.
Okay. Let's hear it.
All right. So we need a struct. Call read counter impl. Num bytes is going to be a counter of some kind. Num reads is going to be another counter. So
Can you explain the ordering of these different things real quick?
oh, like this stuff?
No. Like, we've got package import func type func. Like, are we putting the type on top of this new read counter? Is that the
Func? Where's the oh. Yeah, I just like to put the definition of the thing, the thing's quote constructor, and then methods on the thing after.
Cool.
All right, so num bytes and num reads need to be some kind of integer, but I think we can make them concurrency safe integers. Actually, probably shouldn't do that because we need to update both at once. So we need some overarching thing to lock them while we update.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh, okay.
Because concurrency safe. It said we have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Read counter needs to have an io.reader and a read count. Okay, so let's start with read count because it's right there. Read counter impl. That. And we're going to make this a pointer, and I'll tell you why later. So I'm going to leave it off to minimize distractions. So we need to return r.num bytes and r.num reads. Okay. Oh, and num bytes needs to be an int64. Okay. All right, so that's the read portion of it, and let's do the write portion of it. WRITE, not RIGHT. So we've got to implement io.reader. io.reader is this. All right. So func r.read counter impl needs to do that. So we definitely need to increment num reads. And we need to figure out the num bytes portion. So we're going to get a bunch of bytes in. And does that mean we're going to read this many bytes? Let me go back and see what they say.
Number of bytes successfully read along with the total numbers of calls.
Mm-hmm. And then up here it says count the number of times. Yeah, I'm assuming we just say num r.num bytes plus equals len p. And this needs to be in 64. And then return len p. This is just going to indicate to the caller, yeah, we read it all. No error. Okay. So this is good, but not concurrency safe. So we need a lock of some kind. And then we need unlock. Then we need a lock. And we need to do some kind of an unlock after. Right there. Already returned. All right. So we're going to use a read-write lock. Read-write lock is only one person can ever have the lock. You can lock it intending to write, or you can lock it intending just to read. So if you lock it intending...
Is this like the sync function?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, read, write, sync. Okay. RW lock. Is it mutex? Yeah. Yeah, so 50 people can hold the lock at the same time if they only intend to read. But if anyone wants to write, no one else can have the lock intending to write, and no one else can have the lock intending to read. So that's why they call it reader-writer mutual exclusion lock. So we're going to do here mutex, and then down here we're going to do r.lock.read rlock it's called. Then we're going to defer r.lock.runlock. Now we don't need this. We don't need that. Oh, wait. This is not just a read, because we're modifying the things. Mm-hmm.
This is a read. r.lock.rlock. Defer r.lock.r. .r_unlock. Okay. Now, oh yeah, it even tells us. Read passes lock by value. Pass io.read counter pass io.read counter impl contains sync.rw mutex. So that's why we're gonna do that. Pointer it up. But we also don't want to continue copying num bytes and num reads around. We could, that's fine, but it'd be a little bit more performant to not. So that's why we're gonna pass around pointers to read counter impl. So the last thing then is to create the thing. So we'll do var lock sync.rw mutex. Actually, let's do this. Read counter impl lock is new sync rw mutex. Num bytes is going to be 0. Num reads is going to be 0.
So I'm gonna sort of flow back here to something that I did not recognize, and I looked it up.
Okay.
So today I learned about defer. It is
TIL.
a control flow mechanism that is somewhat unique to Go, because some other languages do have it now, but it defers the function call to the end of the currently executing function, no matter how or where it returns. So that means that before it returns, like the very last thing, it's going to unlock that, so that that's the thing that we can't do the return. Like we can't unlock after the return. So that's pretty cool. Apparently
it's going to do it after the return.
Yeah, right. It's going to return it, but it's not like you can do the activity after the return, even
yes,
though you've already returned.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it is too. What other languages have it?
Apparently Swift 2.0 added it.
Oh, cool.
As well.
It cleans stuff up a lot.
I found this. So like that's where I was learning about this.
Oh, when to use defer. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
So thank you, Kyle Banks, for writing this helpful thing back in 2016. It was helpful to me today.
This is a good point here too. Ignoring the Go. Oh yeah, no, these are not Go. So yeah, these defers happen in stack order, last in, first out. So yeah. So I think we got this. Yeah, we got this done. That's the first one. Let's build a write counter, because I bet we could just put the two together when we want to do read write counter. So write counter is going to be here. Type write counter impl. And basically I'm betting we're just going to do this. And now this.
We don't want to use the same lock, right?
No, this is gonna be the lock that write counter has on it. So
okay.
different locks. Then defer rw.lock.runlock, and then return w.numBytes w.numWrites. I should rename that. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Meerkat. Any language with destructors could effectively have defer. Yeah, it's true. Probably as long as it's. I mean, you could, if it's garbage collected. There's some garbage collected languages that have destructors. I mean, that wouldn't be a good idea to defer an unlock in that realm. I guess so. If it would probably be fine if they're deterministic destructors in a garbage collected language. I digress. But yeah, that's a cool idea, actually. I didn't think of that. So we need io.writer, right? Yeah, io.writer. So let's go back here and let's copy this. And now we're going to do our w.lock.lock unlock, and now we're going to do w.numBytes plus equals len p, and w.numWrites plus return len p and nil. And this is going to be int 64. Oh yeah, thinking of C++. Yeah, good point. Does well, it used to be Boost. Maybe this stuff is in the standard library now. Do they have any kind of like facility to? Oh well, you could use like the what are they called? Smart pointers with the reference counting. You could use that along with the destructor, I guess. That's probably what you're thinking. I'm just slow to get there. That's a cool thing. That's a cool idea. Defer in CPP. If anyone thought of it, it's on the internet. Oh my.
Imitating
This
this
is a thing.
in
Yeah.
C++ is impossible.
Look
Instead
at
of
those
calling in the function
macros.
calls, you can call at the end of the scope.
D has scope.
Oh, D has scope exit.
Those macros are just bellissimo. Oh gosh. I don't miss macros in C++. But yeah, that's cool. Defer. Nice. Oh yeah, we've got to just do one of these. And numBytes. All right. Now we need to do our read-write counter. Really, Frank? You use defer when writing C? No. I'm not against using defer. I'm against those macros. But if you tuck the macros under the carpet, that's fine. Whatever. If someone else did that, built the macros for me, maintained the macros for me, I'd be like, cool. You can maintain that. I just don't want to maintain that macro code. Because reasons. I just have nightmares from it.
Oh, this is so awesome. This person on Reddit says, your basic idea is good, but the macros are, in my honest opinion, not. Macros are in general extremely dangerous.
Yet they're used everywhere. And they're very effective. I just hate dealing with them.
If you do this, then if the symbol defer or defer under bar 1, etc., appears anywhere in your code or in any other header file from a third party, you're going to get mysterious breakage.
That's why you use if and def. Come on, Tom Swirly.
Even if macros weren't a tool of the devil.
Uh-huh. Really, Frank? You get it. Typical C++. Reason you're using Go? Same. Last time I wrote C++ was trying to hook up it was for a mail client. It was for what is now Outlook for Mac. I'll spill the beans. It was used to be called Entourage. Now it's Outlook for Mac. So we figured out how to get the Office Outlook database code, C++ code, hooked up to the Mac UI. At the time, it was a C API called Carbon. And then we upgraded it to Objective-C. So Objective-C calling C++, calling C. And macros tied it all together. And it worked. And it was job security because there was always that code that no one else wanted to touch. That's my back in my day story. Back in my day.
Awesome.
Actually, I was on Go Time last week and they called me a curmudgeon and they told me, "Can you say back in my day in the voice?" And I did.
I totally do not think of you as a curmudgeon. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. That's a good compliment actually. For programming I
Meerkat
am.
is my favorite curmudgeon, but
Really?
what? Yeah,
Meerkat,
but
you're a curmudgeon?
no. But the thing is, he has so much experience and so many stories. He like it's not a bad thing, right? It's totally not a bad thing. Um, yeah, Meerkat is amazing.
Back in my day,
Back in
we
my
didn't
day, we
have
didn't have
Go.
Go. Yeah, like Alan, who is Meerkat, has the most amazing stories. Like I could.
I
Do you see? Like, ah, I love you,
love
Alan.
it.
You're just the best.
Alan, let me know if you want to be on the stream sometime. We can have a TIL or not an AMA or something like that. It'd be fun. Just
It would be
send me a whisper or
amazing.
tell Jennifer or whatever.
Also, he still should come over and talk about. I'm gonna totally mispronounce this again. Yetis.
No, that's right. Yetis. Nice.
Because he's got some cool stuff cooking in the oven. Am I allowed to point to point to it? Am I allowed to share that, Alan, or is that secret?
Well, now you have to.
I don't
It's
know.
out. It's on the interwebs.
It's totally on the interwebs. It's not like, but check this out. So he totally got to come on and show some goodness. Once it's a GitHub action, like
Yetis makes a built-in action mechanism part of a standard GitHub. Ooh. Oh, I remember this. Now, oh, that's cool. Now it's in a GitHub
no, he's
action.
been working on this. So yeah, like he needs to
Nice.
come and talk about this and like show us all. It's probably
Yeah.
like, why are you making more work for me, Jennifer? That's okay, because you're so fabulous. Thank you,
This is
Meerkat.
cool. This is very cool. Yeah, Meerkat. This is awesome. Yeah, send me a DM or something if you're interested. No pressure. If you're
No
not.
pressure. No, there's totally pressure. I'm
There's
totally
totally
pressuring you.
all the pressure.
Cool.
All right, I'm
Okay.
getting. I like this. I like this. This was linked from the Reddit thread. I remember this from the Ruby world. Principle of least surprise.
Huh. I am getting a network error for a stream, but like I see stream chat, so that's pretty weird. And I
Getting
can
a
talk
network
to you
error?
still. Yeah, Twitch. Yeah, it won't let me see our
Says I'm live.
stream. It says it's live to me, but I'm getting I should take a screenshot of this. This is amazing. It's not showing any video. Whoa! Whoa! Are whoa? Am I live? Or no?
You're live. I'm watching
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
you. You got Skype problems though.
Do I have problems?
Yeah, you're frozen on Skype. Yeah, Twitch. Oh, they're on F5. I did not know that. They use F5 goodness, or maybe not goodness, depending on who you ask. But yeah, you got some
This is
Skype
not.
issues.
No, I've got network issues. I don't know what's going
Oh
on.
no. You may have been it looks like you are. Yeah.
I might have to go do some network debugging.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself and you carry on. And if I will. I can see all the stuff you're doing. I don't know what's going on though.
Okay. Aha. Revive throwing a GoLint error. Nice. Yetis. Oh, it's like running right. Oh, it's not running. Ooh. So this is like a big. I mean, I'm saying monolith, and this is a good monolith, I think. I know monolith is a malign term now. But it's got everything. I love that. Revive. Struct field VM bytes should be VM. Oh, yeah. They're getting you on naming. That's the Go thing. I like that. Very cool. Nice, Meerkat. This is really cool. It's cool to see it in a GitHub action. Like, you don't have to run a script locally anymore. It's all in a container. Pretty cool. All right. Well, let me build some stuff. More stuff. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. My comrades at GitHub. Yeah, we are all the proletariat. What's wrong with it? Or what do you need for token support? Do you need like, yeah, what do you need? I can think of a few things that I want, but I'm curious to hear what you want. And I legit will bring it back to the GitHub, the GitHub proletariat. What was I doing? Given a random token, do you know what the scope is? Okay. So lookup table for I have an opaque token. I need to know scope for it. Got you. Let me write that down. Actually, I've got stream notes. Let me open up stream notes. Given a random token, what is the scope? You can only get that for personal access tokens. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Send me the is it in a GitHub issue or somewhere else? If you can link me, link me, and then I can go to them with some more context. That would be good. Oh yeah, sorry. All right. Yay, enterprise account. That's fair. I'll just mark that. Are you on GitHub Enterprise, or are you using like just private repos in the cloud but on an enterprise support contract? If that's even a thing, I'm not sure if that's a thing. Read write, read counter and write counter. That's easy. Oh, it's the ASF. Okay. I hear ya. I should probably write that down too. Yeah, I'll go figure out if someone can do something about this and give you or the ASF or someone like an answer. At least, why are we not doing this? But hopefully more like, we're doing this soon. Yeah, need an API added for it. Okay. Sweet. This is what it's all about. I will try to do this soon. Well, I'll try to get you an answer soon. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. That's literally my job, to advocate. I'm a cloud advocate, so we advocate. That's my new word for the day. Advocate. I'm here for you, Meerkat, to advocate. Okay, I'm gonna build some stuff. Okay. RW counter impl reader new read counter RW writer new write counter RW and read counter write counter. All right, and then we're gonna do type RW counter impl struct read counter and write counter. And we haven't even tried to run tests yet, so let's try that. Please pass. Why is it taking so long to run the tests? Am I doing something wrong here? Do I have like a endless loop? Goes in? There we go. Unexpected content and underlying writer. Huh. Where is that happening? PAS.io test.go line 53. Okay. PAS.io test line 53. Test writes. Oh. Buff write. Oh, so we need to actually be returning. Wait, what? Okay, we make a writer. We pass in a buffer. Buff dot write. Buff is a write counter. So buff dot write will return. Oh, it takes in the bytes. It takes in the bytes. Makes sure that there was no error and that it said that it wrote the right amount of bytes. And now buff.string. Huh? Oh, and write is supposed to do a thing. Write is supposed to what? Write writes len p bytes from p to the underlying data stream. It returns a number of bytes and any error encountered that caused the write to stop early. Write must return a non-nil error if it returns n less than len p. Okay. Okay. So what's going on here? So it's going through all the writes, but at the same time, there's an empty buffer, and every time that it writes to, every time that it does a write, it should write to the underlying buffer. So the writer itself should take in an IO writer and return a write counter. Okay. Where is that used? Test write takes in an IO writer and returns a write counter. Oh, am I Oh, so I need to write to the underlying thing. Okay. Now write. Write needs to do a w.write p. And then... Oh, sorry, Meerkat. Those playing at home, PATs have access to this /authorizations API, which is going to go away, or can look at the xauth scopes header. The header isn't returned, and that API isn't valid for GitHub apps and other types of tokens. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I will try to tell them those things. See what they say. So now we've got read and RW, read writer, blah, blah, blah. So read needs to take in the reader. And now this needs to return r.reader, r.read p. Oh yeah, and then up here you should probably return whatever write returns. w.write. All right, let's try it now. Hey, oh, fail. Reported 23, what is that? 23 million bytes read instead of 10 million read on line 93. This is all about reads. So, oh. Returns the number of bytes read. So we actually have to do this. All right, so now we actually have to do r.numbytes equals bytes read. If we also need to check the error. If error not equal to nil, return 0 and error. And this has to be, what is that, an int? Yeah. An int64. And then we need to return bytes read and nil. Whew. Okay. Now what you got? Passed. Cool. Oh, failed. That was wishful thinking. Lots of shit. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. r.numbytes equals nil. Oh, but read still needs to be incremented even if the read fails, I think. Oops. Right? Maybe? Pass test line 218. Oh boy. We're going to do 4,000 things, blah, blah, blah. wg.on. We're going to, rc.read p. We're going to read in some bytes. Okay. And then we are going to what are we going to do now? n divided by num bytes. Huh? Okay. Bytes read. Maybe we need to get rid of the error. Try that. Hey, Lycan15, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in. Appreciate you. That's taking forever. Why? Why? Return bytes read. Now over here. Huh. This over here, we probably need to do the same thing. Bytes written equals that. w.numbytes plus equals int bytes written. What is that? Oh, int 64 we need. Okay. Are you going to take forever again, Go? Probably because it's doing a ton. I think it's doing way too much stuff. 4,000 iterations of a loop. Eek. Okay, quit you old terminal. Out with the old and with the new. Okay. Oh, I'll have to bail in a little bit. Let's get ready for a meeting, a work meeting. This might not finish before my meeting starts. Oh, wow. Come on. Come on. What is happening and why? Wow. Okay. Maybe we can get some music going in the meantime. Come on, maybe this means something good. Maybe? Like it's taking forever, so wait, something is weird about this. So I'm gonna go actually see if I can just make this, maybe cut it down to 40 instead of 40 or 4,000. And then is there another loop? That's 8,000. So we're gonna do 80. Another 8,000. Okay. Wow. Phew, okay. There were some failures already. Write unexpected number of bytes written is 0. So where was that again? 47. Underlying thing, bytes written, blah blah blah, num bytes. Okay. Why? Where are you? Okay. Typewriter reads len p bytes from the underlying data stream. It returns the number of bytes written, any error encountered, blah, blah, blah. Write returns non-error, non-nil error if n is less than p. Okay. So that should be correct. Bytes written is that we increment num bytes. So let's go into here and try to do a test that does writing. Okay. We gotta install a thing. This is a new build. You ready to go? Cool. Okay. So P is 0, nothing. Bytes written is 0. Okay. Now P is one thing. Okay. Okay, we have a thing. So bytes written is now what? 1. Great. So now W run the num bytes is 1. Great. Oh, but no, we should have already had. We're gonna start this over. That should have been at num reads as 2 at that point. I mean num writes. Num writes is 1. Okay. So we'll come back. Num writes back to 0. Maybe it's a different instance. Okay. 2 bytes. 2 writes. So that was concerning though, that it went back to 0 for num writes. Test write. Let's head into there. Nothing. Things to write. Okay, nothing, and then 1 empty, and then blah blah. Spelled Gopher wrong. I like it. So by the end of this thing, we should have 3 writes. Hey Joku, good to have you back. Hello, how you been? We should have 3 writes. No. Test.writes. What? Oh, I see. So for every one of these array slices, then we're going to go through each write in the slice. Meaning we're going to create a new writer each time. Okay. Cool. Test write writer. Great. All right, so this time test is going to be nil. I is 0. Okay. Oh, where did my breakpoint go over here? Huh? Okay. P, what is P? P is nil. This is the one that's nil. Okay. Nice, you're doing an AI bot with your someone who wants to ask many questions about it. Nice. I am good. I'm good. I'm doing some exorcism.io with your cousin, right on. I'm doing some exorcism.io stuff, learning sort of the learning exercises for Go. I'm learning algorithms more than Go because I've been doing Go. So this is pretty cool. I'm working on a project at work too. Life's pretty good. The rain started here. So it's going to be raining for 9 months or so. After, since yesterday, probably 9 months from that point. But it's kind of cool too. It's a different kind of environment. And it gives the trees some nice flowers in the spring. Okay, so no bites. Num rights is going to be bumped up to 1. Okay. Now, I is 2. Test is I never met a gopher. Oh, what's the program? It's where is my there. It's this. So this is new. Me and Jennifer, I think her internet went out or something. So me and Jennifer we started on this. You're writing a platform as a service. You need to create a wrapper for network connections and files that reports I/O stats. You need to report the total number of bytes read and written and the total number of read-write operations. So we wrote some code, and where's the code? We wrote some code, and the tests are failing, naturally. So now we gotta figure out why. Yeah, it's sort of like an interview question. Like if you go to interview at a company and they're like, imagine that you're building a platform as a service for the company and you've got to do just this thing. And this thing is now try to figure out how to build people, I think. Try to build people for the network IO and that they do, I guess. What up, Nazative? Good to see you here. Hope you had a good weekend. This is exorcism.io as a service. You know, Nazative, Meerkat was in here and we were talking about who is more of a curmudgeon, me or Meerkat. Jennifer said that I'm not a curmudgeon at all, but I'm glad to have you here, as I'm pretty sure you're a curmudgeon as well. So I'm glad to have you here. God, I hate sass. Yeah, that further confirms my point that you're probably also a curmudgeon. Curmudgeon. Okay, I don't agree with that part, Krusty. Ill-tempered and usually old man. Not necessarily old or crusty, but you know, the kind of person who's like, I hate everything. Yeah, you don't need to be old. You don't need to be old. Get off my lawn, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know, ill-tempered kind of sounds bad too. But, oh, like Simpson Krusty, yeah. Krusty the Clown. Ill-tempered kind of sounds bad too. It's just someone who hates everything, basically. Sass. Everything sass, for example. I hate everything sass. That kind of thing. Anyway. I am definitely that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, good to have you here. You're coming in at the tail end because I got to go to a meeting for work in 28 minutes. And I got to go to the bathroom before that. You learn FTP. Nah, that's cool. You should build an app that implements the FTP protocol. That sounds like it'd be fun. All right. So we're on I equals 2. And we got to loop through all this stuff. I never met... Wait, where is it? I never met a gopher. What is KidQueb? I don't know the lingo. So S is I. Now we're going into this thing. Okay. N is 0. P is... Right. Bytes written is 1. Num bytes is 1. Num writes is 1. Okay. Oh, it's another stream. KidQueb? Let's go check it out. Oh, nice. Snickers. Oh, this is quite... Oh, my. That's a pretty creative ad. I'll give him that. Yeah, it's hard to write that kind of stuff, but hey. Hey, there I am. I'm now following. It's kind of hard to write that. It's going to take a while. That's part of the journey, you know? Figuring it all out. So, I will read KidQueb in a moment. I want to see if I can finish this stuff up. I'm sure KidQueb said thank you because I saw him get really happy for a second. But I am...
That RSCH is throwing me for a loop there.
We're I'm streaming right now. About to finish up. I'll see you soon. Alright. Okay, I really want to finish some of this stuff. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Now we're back. How are we back? What? Bytes written? What is fucking going on? Num rights is 2. Now, how are we back? How? Oh, because of this. Okay, that's fine. I need to put a breakpoint inside of this so I can keep track of what the fuck is going on. Where are you? Test writer. Okay. FTP was better before. That's, yeah. There it is. Right there. Also kind of hipster. Like, I was here before Pazvi. Yeah, I see. I agree with that too. But hey, you know, you say stuff if you can get away with it, I guess. What? Okay. Okay. Empty string. Fine. We know that's fine. Well, I think that's fine. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's fine. Kind of got to rush through this. No! That's where it's fucked up then. Alright. That's good to know. So, alright. I got to bounce. We're going to submit this thing. Did I save everything? Yeah. The code looks so beautiful. Yet, it's not working. Download. God damn it. How do you submit? There we go. Submit. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, good. I downloaded it and it fucking blew up all my shit. Upload. You fucker. Okay. Exorcism submit. Pazio.go. Are you going to do it? Yeah, okay. Just tried it out, Nice Native. Trying out different terminals. I used Hyper on Mac. It's pretty solid. Tried it on Windows for a minute. It was okay. But Mac, it was pretty solid, so just trying it out. I got some plugins and the config was decent, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Next will be Alacrity for you. I have it. I think I installed Alacrity, so I'll try it next stream. If I don't, hold me to that. Remind me. All right. I am going to raid this dude because I got to bounce. Be back tomorrow. Going to work on the presentation again. I think we're getting pretty close on that. We got the Python. We're going to write the Go. We got to hook them up together. And then those slides are dog shit, so I got to figure out the slides too. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Kid. Oh yeah, and last time I typoed Malky's name, so I tried to rate him but didn't rate him. That was pretty cool. Kid Q-U-E-B. Q-U-E-B. Nice. You're welcome, Meerkat. Hope to see you soon. And that's also funny because instead of literally copying pasting, again, I did what I did on Friday, and I typed it out and I fucked it up. All right, Kid Queb. See you all tomorrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow. Good to have you here today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Doing some Go Python stuff. Cheers.